7 Central, the Weather Channel. Prime for excitement.
A messy commute in the east as a winter storm pushes through the mid-Atlantic. It moved out now, but what's behind it?
Winter and spring will collide in a hybrid storm that over 65 million people will feel. Snow, rain, tornadoes. What weather could you see?
It's an earthquake. Get under the tables.
A developing tragedy in New Zealand. As a strong earthquake strikes, dozens are dead, hundreds are still trapped or missing. We'll have the latest information next on Day Planner, which begins right now.
We have continuing coverage of a big international story this hour, the deadly New Zealand earthquake. Thanks for watching Day Planner. I'm Nick Walker.
And I'm Maria LaRosa. The scene in Christchurch, New Zealand is like something you'd see in a movie. People trapped under collapsed buildings, sending messages to the outside as rescuers with dogs scramble to save them. Here is the latest, measured at a 6.3 magnitude right near Christchurch, about 3 miles from the city, and it happened yesterday. Now, the very latest, the Prime Minister describes the scene as, quote, utter devastation. At least 65 people are dead, at least 100 reportedly buried in the rubble. The latest disaster comes on the heels of a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in September. A state of emergency has been declared. Thousands of people have moved into temporary shelters at schools and community halls. Power has been lost for roughly 80% of residents. 17-year-old Cameron Betts was in Christchurch when the earthquake struck, very close to the historic cathedral that collapsed. He recalled the moments immediately following the quake.
All around me, there was bricks falling down everywhere. Just down the road, there was a huge fire happening, and shortly after, a lot of helicopters swooped in and tried to put that out. It was, there was big, huge cracks in the road, power lines were down, and cars had been smashed, and, there was a repetitive horn sound.
We will continue to follow this story and bring you much more throughout the hour. Nick?
Well, back home, there's a lot of new snow in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Here's an eyewitness photo sent in by Jason Goodman Dunmore in Philadelphia, showing the 6 inches of brand new snow there. That brings the total for Philadelphia for the season above 40 inches, 27 inches above average. The snow came after getting a taste of 60-degree temperatures on Friday. Now, the snow-weary Mid-Atlantic and Northeast residents are digging out from this latest blast of winter. The Weather Channel's Jennifer Natoso reports.
1 minute it's warm, next minute it's freezing.
Just 3 days after getting a long-awaited warm spell, the sights and sounds of winter made a comeback for millions of people in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
I actually thought we was rid of it for a while, but I guess they said we're gonna get it one more time.
It is still February, but that's no comfort to the winter-weary who enjoyed temperatures in the 60s on Friday.
I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on. Spring's coming.
Crazy out here. The wind's whipping around. We're trying to keep up on the shoveling, and we can't quit.
Pittsburgh even set a new daily snow record. For February 21st, that is. 7.9 inches fell Monday. In Montgomery County, Maryland, steady rain quickly turned to freezing rain, setting the stage for another nightmare commute on Tuesday.
All of our folks are out on the emergency and secondary routes. We will be salting and sanding the roads and getting the major roads ready for the morning rush hour.
It's all become a tired, worn-out routine.
Nice people have been trying to push us up, and it's just not helping.
We did manage to find one person still thrilled with snow, a tourist from sunny Costa Rica.
No, I like the little thingies coming down. Look at this. It's really pretty.
I'm Jennifer Natoso, the Weather Channel.
Yeah, half a foot of little things coming down yesterday, and, not everybody got in on the action either. From, say, Boston northward, didn't see all that much. Baltimore got about 3.2 inches. D.C. only saw about 1/2 inch of snow. We said 8 inches was a record here in Pittsburgh, and Newcastle picked up 9 inches of snowfall. Still have a little bit left out there, just sort of the tail end. The bulk of it has really moved out of here. So right behind it, the radar still picking up a little bit around western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, back into Ohio, and we've seen a few flurries right around the Indianapolis area and around Chicago's Midway Airport earlier in the day as well. But the real snow, the big snow, the Unusual snow really is going to happen here around the Northwest. And by unusual, we're talking about Seattle, Portland could see 3 to 5 inches of snowfall here. You're under a winter storm watches there, warnings for the mountains. That's only happened in Seattle 8 times on record in the past that you've had 3 inches or more this late in the season or later. Pretty unusual. All the way down into California, we have those winter storm watches for the Sierra Nevada. We'll see more snowfall here into Idaho and Montana as well. Already falling in this region, and even some thunder snow earlier in the day here north of Seattle around the Everett area. All right, that's toward the north. Toward the south, we're watching this pesky little area of low pressure staying offshore, but that's going to be moving up into the plains as we get into Thursday and setting the stage for some pretty powerful storms. A lot of warm, moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. Cold air, very bitterly cold here toward the north. And this storm system in between could help set off damaging windstorms, maybe some hail, and the possibility of a tornado. Maria?
We are just getting started here. Who could see tornadoes later this week? And a widespread clash of the season storm will track that. And for the second time in less than 6 months, New Zealand is hit by a strong earthquake. This time it's deadly. We'll have an update on the destruction coming up.
Over 20 million customers have put their faith in Sun Life Financial. We should be a household name, and we will be.
So you're suggesting that we change our name from Florida, the Sunshine State, to
Florida?
Yeah.
The Sun Life State. The posters will be so cool.
Sooner or later, you'll know our name. Sun Life Financial.
Sun Life Financial. Annuities, employee benefits, life insurance.
Introducing the Thunderbolt by HTC. Immense power, scorching speed. The first phone strong enough to run on the fastest, most advanced 4G network in America.
Trouble, 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 trouble. Trouble been dog in my soul since the day I was born.
Losing weight clicked for me when I lost weight right away. That weight tracker continued to go down and down and down. Weight Watchers Online has some great tools. I just love the Chinese buffet cheat sheet. If you like the chicken and vegetables, you can put a little